You're my everything. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. My heart's desire is to do your will, to pursue your purpose, your plan fulfilled. My soul's delight is to follow you. My goal, my purpose is your will to do. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. All that I want for people to see is the image of I am in me. Every day I live to see. I thank you, God, because you let it be. The breath I breathe is life to me. Everything you are is what I wanna be. Yeah, yeah. All that I am, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. All that I want for people to see, yes, is the image of I am in me. All that I want, all that I'll ever be is a result of who you are to me. Yeah. All that I want for people to see, yes, is the image of I am in me. Yeah. Oh, is the image of I am in me. Is the image of I am in me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is the image of I am in me. You are, you are, you are, you are.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. How is everybody doing? Happy 2026. This is our first show. I've had some rest and I am excited to be back with you all again. I pray that this year that the Lord expands our reach and that we reach people that are hurting, that are fearful, that need encouragement, because that's what we are here for. Well, Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. And we are starting it off right. One of my favorite artists is back. It's been a minute since he's been here, but he has such a beautiful spirit. I know you're going to love him. Tony Craddock Jr. is in the house. Yes, 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 yes. And I am just so excited. I can't wait for this interview. It's been a couple of years since he's been here. So briefly, Tony Craddock Jr. is a saxophonist who blends jazz, gospel, and soul to create a smooth, uplifting sound. His music has aired on Sirius XM, The Watercolors, Music Choice Smooth Jazz, The Weather Channel, and more than 70 radio stations worldwide. Yeah. Please welcome back to Friday Night Live, my brother, Tony Craddock Jr. Woo. Tony, where you at? Wait, Tony, wait. There he is. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Dr. Cat, how you doing out there?
I'm doing fine. I am just so honored to have you back. I've always been lurking, and I'm just so proud of your accomplishments. I remember the first time I met you, and then now we were kind of talking about it at the sound check, and just how it's just so wonderful to see you just blooming and going forth. So I'm just so excited to have you here on the show.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
It's a pleasure to be back, and I'm honored that you would allow me to be on your platform.
Absolutely. You are part of the FNL family. You already know it. You already know it. Well, let's start it off with just a little introduction to our guests or to our audience. How did you get started, and when did you know that you had that special calling for the saxophone?
My origin story is very interesting. It actually came through the Weather Channel.
Mm-hmm.
At the age of 8, I wanted to learn more about thunderstorms, so I tuned into Channel 30 in Woodbridge, Virginia, which was the Weather Channel. And during the local forecast, which was called the local on the 8s, they had smooth jazz music playing in the background, which caught my ear. I was somewhat familiar with smooth jazz because my
Yeah.
dad is a smooth jazz listener, has been listening to it all my life. So I'm like, oh, that's that music that Pops plays around the house. He plays in the car. And then I think the smooth jazz music is actually what kept me coming back to the Weather Channel. So I developed a love and an affinity for meteorology at the same time. Fast forward 3 years later, when I get to middle school, I had a choice of 3 instruments in band.
Mm-hmm.
Saxophone was my first choice. Trumpet was second. Trombone was third.
Oh, wow.
Thankfully, I got my first pick was saxophone. So I started off on the alto sax and just kept playing through school and church. Took it with me to college where I studied meteorology. So those two passions have been intrinsically tied since day one, and just kept playing. And here I am now.
Tell us more about that dual passion for music and meteorology. Like, oh my goodness, that's wow.
Growing up, to be honest, I thought I was weird because music and meteorology don't go together. And I would get questions sometimes from people like, how are you into those two fields? They're completely different than each other.
Right.
And it wasn't until much later, probably like age 19, where I started to even piece together that I was into those two things because of the Weather Channel.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed so innate to me that I never put the two and two together until much later. So I don't know. It's just always been second nature for me. To me, they go together, and it's actually what embodies my music label, Cold Front Music, where I still tell inspirational weather stories and connect them with hope-filled messages that show people how we can get inspiration from weather and how the laws of meteorology actually apply to our everyday life.
Wow. It's almost like you're in your element.
For sure.
Because it's not something that's forced. It just comes naturally.
Right. I mean, a lot of the titles to my songs, particularly the ones on my Convection album,
Mm-hmm.
they go back to things that I learned in my meteorology classes in college at Cornell University. I'm sitting here writing the song and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of convection, or that reminds me of retrograde motion.
Wow.
So the challenge, which actually I've grown to love, is figuring out how to effectively communicate that, because I have, in my mind, they all come together at once. So it's like 4 or 5 things are converging, and it inspires a song and it inspires the message of inspiration. There's also a message of transpiration because I connected to the gospel of Jesus Christ as well.
Yeah.
People are open to that.
Yes.
And it's like I have to kind of pull it apart and make sure I communicate it in a way that people understand, because it makes sense in my brain. Now I have to make sure that it gets across.
We get it.
So it makes the impact that's intended to make.
Nice. So since you have a background in weather, could you please tell me what's going on with this crazy weather that we got going on right now? This is ridiculous. It's so cold. I mean, we got snow. We don't normally get all this snow. What is going on with the weather? Do you think it's global?
Winter is an interesting time just because
it's February.
The way that the jet stream functions during winter, combined with the way the Arctic air sinks from Canada, just all these different variables converging at one time can make for some interesting winter weather. Just here in DC, we got hit with a bad snow and ice storm a week ago that had me doing more ice picking than snow shoveling.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So when you're playing the saxophone, whose voice are you hearing? Your influences, or are you hearing something else?
Depends on the song I'm playing. If I'm playing a cover song,
Mm-hmm.
playing another artist song, I try to hear that artist's voice as I'm playing. So especially when I'm playing a lyrical song,
Mm-hmm.
it's important for me to actually know the lyrics, because as I'm playing, I'm singing the lyrics myself in my head to make sure that, one, I'm staying connected to the meaning behind the song, and two, memorizing the lyrics actually helps me stick to the melody closer. Sometimes, particularly with saxophonists, you could take a cover and embellish it so much that people forget what the melody is.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to try to stay close to the melody as much as possible. And if there's an improvisational section, then I'll kind of go off and do my thing. But like when I'm playing the verse or chorus, I try to stick as close to the original
To
as
it as
possible.
possible.
Still
Mm-hmm.
throwing in like a few riffs here and there. But, if someone's asking like what song is he playing, I'm not doing my job.
I see what you're saying. So we should, even though you do it, even though you give your own like kind of interpretation of it, we should still be able to tell, especially if
Absolutely.
it's a cover. That
Absolutely.
I got you. All right. Okay. So, do you feel like you found your sound, or that it has slowly revealed itself to you?
I think as an artist, you get more in touch with your sound over time. I think it's really a matter of, when you find what that thing is,
Mm-hmm.
not abandoning it. And it's a fine balance, like especially when you have so many musical influences, the balance of studying them and trying to improve yourself by understanding like what they did,
Mm-hmm.
while not losing who you are. So, you know, for instance, like when I was playing in college, the saxophonist who I listened to quite a bit was like Boney James.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I like wanted to sound like Boney James, which is great. You
Right.
have to have a foundational person to model yourself after. But there came a point in time where I realized, I don't need to sound like Boney James, because there already is.
Come on, Tony.
My job is to sound
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
So, Boney James, along with, my other Kirk Whalum, another influence,
Amazing.
just as,
Dynamic. Yeah.
as
Just.
Boney.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to sound like myself, but take what they've done and figure out how it fits into the framework of, what God has gifted me to do.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting balance, and I think you just have to, figure out what pieces you want to take from people's playing, and just how to kind of make it your own. So it's a process that I'm still, 25 plus years of playing the saxophone, I'm still working through it. I love practicing, and when I find a solo that I like, or
Mm-hmm.
something that another artist plays. I've been studying a lot of Grover Washington Jr. recently.
Nice.
It's like, okay, let me see what Grover was doing, but it's like, okay, out of this solo, maybe this 25% is something that I can like work into my playing. So,
Yeah.
not trying to keep all of it, but keep the parts that speak to me the most.
Yeah. I believe that's the ultimate like goal. Like whatever in whatever you're doing, you can put that in every part of your life. It's good that we have people that we can that we love their stuff. It's something that we want to do, maybe mentor, or like
Mm-hmm.
they're like an influencer, or you know what I'm saying. But it comes a time when you have to figure out, because right, you don't want to just sound like everybody else. You want to do your own flavor, your own thing. So I agree. Like your goal should be learn from the people that have already gone down the path, but then find your own path, and that's really really good. That's really really good. That's a nugget right there, because one of the things that I get kind of weird and upset about, well, not upset, but I don't think it's fair when I listen to the radio. All the music sounds the same. It just, a lot of it just sounds the same. That's it. I mean, I understand that they figured this sound sells, but it all sounds the same. So when you get somebody that has the courage to step out the box and do their own thing, that's what I gravitate to. I gravitate to creativity and different uniqueness, so that's really, really good. That's really, really good. All right. So I'm gonna ask you one more question and we're gonna listen to some of your music. Okay, so how has your relationship with the saxophone changed as you changed as a person? Do I need to say it again? Has your relationship with the saxophone changed as you changed as a person?
It's a great question. The best answer I can think is that over the years, I just have grown to take it more seriously. The saxophone is not, in my earlier years, maybe it was a hobby, but now I say it's like a discipline. To be good at anything in life, it requires discipline and commitment. So I think at this stage, I love the saxophone now more than ever. Like my love for it has always grown, but there's also an element to it where maybe just with maturity, like anything in life, it takes commitment, it takes discipline, it takes showing up. And that's kind of like where my relationship with it is now, just trying to be disciplined and making sure I'm doing the things necessary to continue to get better, because all the practice is essentially to put myself in a position so that I have the tools to be able to communicate whatever I need to communicate.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let me put a plug out. We got people coming in from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We want to thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're hanging out with renowned saxophonist, dynamic saxophonist, Tony Craddock Jr. And I hope that you all enjoying the show. We're going to be listening to one of his pieces right now, Retrograde Motion. Tell us about this and how did you come up with that name? Like, tell us what's going on in the video.
So this is one of those songs that I mentioned is inspired by something I learned in meteorology. So for the sake of time, I'm going to simplify this quite a bit, but in weather, the jet stream tends to move from west to east. That's the natural flow in the upper atmosphere. But in rare circumstances, you'll get a storm that moves in retrograde motion, which is actually moving from east to west. So it's not supposed to flow that way. So in the natural, things go from west to east, but in the supernatural, so to speak, the storm can move from east to west. So in the song, I'm actually connecting it to Matthew chapter 2, verse 12, where I'll let folks look it up.
I'm getting up like,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to keep this as brief as possible. Matthew chapter 2, verse 12. But in the story, Joseph, Jesus's earthly father, thinks he has to go one way. In a dream, he's told to go another way. So the message in the song is essentially, when you're operating in the Spirit of God, it empowers you to move against, the
grain
or common knowledge or what you are told that you're supposed to do by the world, and you're empowered to move in the way that God would have you to go.
Oh, wow. Let's check this out, y'all. Retrograde motion.
And I found that human nature actually functions a lot like a jet stream. Here's what I've learned. Human nature. Sometimes our good intentions just aren't good enough. The song says, if this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. But in the beginning, biting the apple is what got us confused between wrong and right. I don't understand what I do because that which I don't want to do, I do. How do I escape this confusing trap of contradiction? Love from above, sweet love, real love, loving your neighbor as yourself. Because if human nature is a jet stream driving us downward into the depths of the ocean, then it's time for us to let the Spirit of God bring heaven on earth in retrograde motion. Retrograde motion is that motion from east to west against the jet stream. So next, we present retrograde motion.
That was beautiful, Tony. That was beautiful. That medley was beautiful.
Thank you.
Retrograde motion, when you go against the grain. That'll preach. There's a message in there. I hear it. Message. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Wow. That was beautiful. So was that a concert you were at, or were you doing a concert, or were you
Yes,
with someone that was doing the concert, or you were the guest, or what was going on?
Yes, that was a concert that I headlined at the Tin Pan, one of my favorite venues in Richmond, Virginia. And Chan Hall, Keith
Nice.
Ordinaire from Richmond, Virginia, was the special guest on that show.
One of the people in the audience, I think it was Lisa, asked, is the saxophone hard to play? I know you have to have some wind.
So it depends. I mean, some people are drawn or have a natural gift for one instrument over the other. Mm-hmm. I was told pretty early on that saxophone is actually arguably the easiest instrument to learn. So
really?
Yes. So the reason for that, I believe, is once you get to the point where you can make a musical sound, where you get the reed and the mouthpiece to vibrate correctly, and you're not honking anymore, you're actually making a nice sound. Mm-hmm. The fingerings are pretty easy to learn. So in comparison to, say, the clarinet and the saxophone have a similar setup, but the clarinet has holes that you have to cover with your fingers instead of keys. Mm-hmm. And if you're not disciplined with the clarinet, it's easier to squeak as compared to the saxophone. Or say the flute, for instance. I play a little flute, and the analogy I would make between the flute and the saxophone, if the saxophone is like driving an automatic car, playing flute is like driving a stick shift.
Oh,
like you need to know how to steer, you need to know how to push on the gas, but you also need to have finesse with working the clutch when driving the stick shift.
Oh, I know about it.
Yeah. So that's kind of how playing the flute is. Some of
Yeah.
the flutes, some of the fingerings between saxophone and flute are the same, but it takes way more discipline with your embouchure and just more finesse than the saxophone. So if anybody's looking for a relatively easy instrument to learn, saxophone might be a good place to start.
Oh, wow. Okay. Y'all heard it first on FNL with Tony Craddock Jr. All right. What emotions are hardest for you to express through the saxophone?
That's a great question. I guess I would say maybe sadness, in the sense
Mm.
that my goal is for everything to be uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
So even a song that is contemplative or introspective, so to speak, should still, my goal is for it to still bring hope and be uplifting. So I think I might struggle to like make something sad.
Wow. Okay. I was trying to picture that, like I was trying to picture that, like if you are sad and you still have to blow, that would be something.
That's a
That
good.
would really be something. Like, could a saxophonist? I know a singer could probably get through it, but could a saxophonist get to it if they've gotten so emotional? I'm just trying to picture that. Like, how do you keep playing if you get through something that gets you like that? Wow. Okay. Hmm. Have you ever played something that surprised you emotionally?
I wouldn't say. I'll say this. I'll answer. I'd say my best performances have been when I kind of surrendered and didn't try to control things too much. So that's when I surprise myself, when I don't try to calculate everything too much.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say to some extent, everything you play is a result of what you practice. So there's never been like a note that I hit like, "Ooh, I didn't know I had that note in me." It's like I had to practice it at some point.
Hmm.
So I guess that's my response to it.
Okay. Do you think listeners hear what you're feeling or something on their own?
I think it's a mix. The
Mm.
goal of every artist, I believe, is to transmit, what you're feeling in your heart and in your spirit to the listener, but you can't be in control of like how they receive it. So I think it's, there's some shared responsibility there.
Okay. Was there a period of time when you considered walking away from music?
Never.
Never. Never, never, never. Okay. What kind of self doubt follows you even now?
I think this connects to the question you had earlier about, or we were I was talking about the balance between studying and learning from other people
Mm-hmm.
and staying true to yourself. So I'll say, if I can be completely honest, like in jazz, there's like this unknown expectation sometimes to like play a lot of notes. And sometimes after my, like, that's not necessary. Like, if I need to, I can.
Yeah.
As I've matured and grown, I've accepted, like, I really don't even enjoy doing that. It's like sometimes people play stuff like to try to impress other people, but I had one of my musical collaborators that I worked with on the song that I think is coming later in the show,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Weatherspoon. He has a great saying. He was like, stop playing to impress other musicians." And I think that's the thing that happens in jazz a lot. People just trying to impress other musicians, and sometimes you can do it to the extent where you go over the listener's head.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, I'm always trying to remind myself, like, you don't have to do that. Just like play what's in your heart. And a lot of times less is more.
Yeah.
I find myself a lot of times trying to like not copy what other people are doing, like the latest thing. It's like what you have in your heart to play is good enough. and it'll connect with people.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to play 100 miles a minute, because honestly, most listeners don't even like that anyway.
One of the mothers in the church told me that less is more, like when you dress, like a woman that dressed more modest as opposed to just showing everything. You know, it's the one that's more modest that doesn't show anything is more elegant than the one that a mother told me that, you know, just you don't have to dress like everybody else. You don't have to. Is that all you have to offer? Is that, you know what I'm saying? So I was just, when you said that less is more, it's just amazing that you can take that phrase, that nugget, and just take it straight across the board. Less, in most cases, is more.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Okay. I have to take a quick break, and then on the other side, we're going to listen to your newest project that's coming up. I can't wait till you all are going to enjoy this. OMG. So, Tony, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be right back. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. When it comes to real estate, you deserve experience, strategy, and someone who puts your interests first. Meet Renee Harris, licensed realtor serving Illinois and Missouri with over 15 years of real estate experience representing buyers, sellers, and investors. Renee guides her clients through the entire real estate process from the first conversation to the closing table and beyond. For sellers, she provides detailed comparative market analyses, strategic pricing guidance, and targeted advertising designed to maximize exposure and achieve top dollar results. For buyers, she helps navigate the purchase of homes, land, new construction, and commercial real estate with confidence and clarity. Renee is a strong negotiator, and her approach is a client-first service model built on honest, transparent communication, market expertise, and data-driven guidance. So whether you're relocating, investing, buying, or selling, let Renee support you through your real estate journey. That's Renee Harris, 618-973-0773. I haven't done this in a while, so don't y'all be laughing at me. Let me see. I want to dedicate this to Miss Gerald, and she can't get on because we're on YouTube, so hopefully she'll get it later, okay? Lies. Oh, bless the Lord. Don't you know the days are broad? If you don't get up, you scamp, there'll be trouble in this camp. Think I twine to let you sleep while you mix your board and keep? That's a putty how to do. Don't you hear me, Liza, you? Bet if I come across this flow, you won't have no time to snow. Daylight all a shining in, and you just sleeping. It's a sin. Ain't that candlelight enough to burn off with a snuff? But you go all the morning through, burning out the daylight too. Liza, don't you hear me call? Don't you dare turn towards that wall. I can hear that mattress squeak. Don't you hear me when I speak? This here clock then turned off 6. K-Line, bring me them sticks. Oh, you down. You down. Look at here. Don't you dare frown. Now match yourself and wash your face. And don't be splatting all the place. I got something else to do. Besides just cleaning after you. Now take that comb and fix your head. It feels just like a filler bed. Look at here, boy. I'll let you see. You shan't roll your eyes at me. Come here. Bring me that strap. Boy, I'll whip you till you drap. You done felt yourself too strong, and you done surely got me wrong. Now sit down at this table here. Just you whimper if you dare. Every morning in this place seems like I must lose my grace. Fold your hands, bow your head. Wait until the blessing said. Lord have mercy own our souls. Don't you dare touch them rolls. Bless this food we going to eat. You sit still, I see those feet. You just try that trick again. Give us peace and joy. Amen. In the Morning by Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I think I did that last year.
Bravo.
Paul Lawrence Dunbar poem. Yep. And Mrs. Gerald, I think she's on here. She was my Sunday school teacher when I was little. And she used to do those poems, and she used to do plays and stuff. And she kind of mentored me into that. So I hope she got a chance to see that. All right. Your buddy is here. Chan Hall is in the house. He's for supporting you. Yay.
Okay. Cat from RVA.
Yes. All right. Well, Tony, I got something for you. All right, we're getting ready to play a game. Tony had no idea that he was going to be doing this. This is why he's looking like this.
Yeah. What a surprise.
We are getting ready to play It's All About Him, where you're going to look at some pictures and see if you can figure out what hymn, Hymn, it is. All right. Let's play some music. All right. So we're going to start off easy first, okay? You ready? All right, here's the first one. So I want you to look at the pictures and see if you can figure out the name of the hymn. Okay. Audience, y'all can help them if y'all want to.
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. Yes. What is that? Hold on. All right. Okay, now here's the next one.
Give me.
You want a hint?
Say it again.
You want a hint?
Sure.
Okay, so the first picture is a whale.
Okay.
You gotta figure out what the other
one
is. Is a whale.
Like a whale with water.
Mm-hmm. But it could mean something else. I mean, that's just a picture that says. Mm-hmm. And the other one, that's not the heart. That's the. Let me see if they got it. Anybody want to take a guess on that? Let me see what they're saying in the comments. Let me see. Oh, they trying to help you. They trying to help you. I'm
trying to see the. I can't see their comments.
Oh, Lisa says it is well.
Oh, it is well my soul.
I got you, Tony. Okay, here we go. Here's the next one.
What's that first picture?
That's the number 2.
Okay. To God be the glory?
To God be the glory. OMG. Tony. All right. What is it?
Looks like ripped pants, socks, and is that a shirt?
Yeah, that's a shirt.
Is the word rugged in it?
Nope. Come on, you got it. Let me see what they saying in the comments. Let me see what they saying in the comments. They laughing. No, it's not Holy Night, but you close, kinda.
Oh, holy, holy, holy.
Bonnie, yes, holy.
No, the foot threw me off because I'm like, and then it looked like his toe was exposed. I'm like, yeah. Holy, 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 for sure.
All right. So this brings me to the last one. All right.
How Great Thou Art.
How great thou art. See, you did pretty good. You did pretty good for to get caught on something like that. And I'm glad we brought that out because that's your newest project, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How great. Yes. So I think we want to listen to it. So kind of tell us about this song. I know it's a very, very famous hymn, but why did you want to do that? Why did you want to play that particular one?
Of all the hymns I grew up listening to, and that I still listen to, or sing, it's always resonated with me. And I think especially from the standpoint of weather, one of the biggest ways that I see God's glory is through nature, through the weather. So I can really connect with the song. The song talks about in the first verse, rolling thunder. So it was easy to relate to the song. It's also a hymn that people know very well. So my goal was to, like I talked about earlier, stick to the melody of the song so that it's still recognizable, that people can connect with it. But I worked with my good friend and, like I mentioned, musical collaborator, Daniel Weatherspoon, to update the song. So he produced it. For you all that don't know Daniel Weatherspoon, if you don't already know him, you need to. If you heard Donald Lawrence, Bless Me.
Yes.
He co-produced that.
Nice.
Vashon Mitchell, Nobody Greater, he co-produced that as well. So super talented in the gospel world and also a very great jazz artist as well. So we worked hand in hand to kind of offer our contemporary take on How Great Thou Art. And the title of the song is How Great.
All right, here we go. This is a beautiful song, y'all. Y'all gonna love this. I love that song.
Thank you. Thank you.
In the season, or the current situation that's going on in the world, we need songs that are going to uplift us and encourage us and just help us hold on to our hope and our faith. This is one of those songs. I mean, it's just like you listen to that and you don't think about none of the foolishness that we have to deal with or hear or see on the news. And, I mean, this is just a beautiful song. Your interpretation of how great is beautiful. It is
Thank you.
so beautiful. Let
Thank
me
you. I
see.
appreciate that. I mean, what you said is exactly what the goal is for the hymn to, yeah, allow people to not focus on what's happening down here, but to look up above.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what we need to be focusing on anyway, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. All this other stuff is distraction. Yeah.
Right.
So Lisa said that's a beautiful hymn. It's upbeat. It's different. She really likes it. Tina says it's really nice. Um, Miss Gerald said beautiful. If you close your eyes and listen, it's so soothing. And when I saw that, I did that for a minute, and she is so right. Marilyn said, I like this one. I can hear each word.
That's
Um,
really important. I appreciate that.
mm-hmm. Karan, my other moderator over there at Twitch, hey Karan, she says beautiful. She sent a bunch of hearts. Brian Barzie's from the Boogie Down Bronx. He's hanging out with us. He's saying hello to everybody. Let me see. Um, Charlene, the stamp keeper, said, "Awesome, Tony. Give credit to the videographer. Excuse me." And then Chan says, "This song touches my soul." Yes, Chan. Oh my goodness. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Beautiful, beautiful. So, where can we find your music? If somebody wants to get a hold of this um, and find out more about your music and events and things that you got going on, where can they find that information?
Um, I'm on all streaming outlets. So Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to your music, I'm there.
All right. Okay. And then we have his website on the screen, TonyCraddock.com. Go check it out. See the wonderful world, what's going on in Tony's world. All
Yes,
right.
if you're someone who still listens to CDs, my music is available on my website. My 3 albums and EP are on there, so check that out. One of the hymns that you had in your trivia, "Amazing Grace,"
Yeah.
that's on one of the CDs with Kirk Whalum. So
Oh,
yeah, be sure to
nice.
check it out. And
Nice.
you said one of the comments was saying give kudos to the videographer. Well, the videographer was actually my wife.
Yay!
She did some
It's
great work. So
beautiful.
I will pass that along.
All right. Yeah, we got to encourage her as well. That's for sure. That was a beautiful job. That was a beautiful project altogether. You all
Thank
did a wonderful job. How has time changed the way you listen to yourself?
I'm definitely more critical, and I'm more conscious of like how I utilize space. I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm less concerned about how much I play and more concerned about the placement of where I play, making sure that, so I mean, as I'm talking right now, I'm actually thinking in the context of like accompanying a church choir or
Mhm.
accompanying like an artist. Particularly like the past few years, I've had more opportunities to support other artists, which have been great. And I've appreciated the opportunity to actually focus more on like placement and just being strategic in that way.
Mhm.
And that's actually carried over more to my solo playing as well, just understanding how to utilize space more, because I think the more you utilize space, it actually creates more appreciation for each note that you play. And I actually have to give quite a bit of credit to Daniel Weatherspoon for that, because he's big on space. And I think working with him has made me even more conscious of how much of an asset space can be. Like, you don't have to fill up every
Right.
beat or every bar. Give space, and it actually provides more context to like what you do play. It gives chance for the music to like breathe, for people to have a chance to take it in and respond to. So
Okay.
I think as I assess my playing, I'm more aware of that now than I was, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. What have you had to unlearn to keep growing, specifically musically?
I haven't had to unlearn anything necessarily. I think it's more just figuring out how to use the tools you already have.
I already have.
Um, I don't think I've had to unlearn anything because I had a great foundation thanks to great instructors and mentors. So it's not like I started off with bad habits that I had to get rid of because I had people drilling like the right stuff into me early.
In the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. When you improvise, are you making choices or are you letting them go?
A combination of both. I mean, I think improvisation is very much a combination of preparation. Particularly if you had an opportunity to know like the song you're going to improvise before the show or before the church service or what have you. But then when the moment arrives, at some point you got to play from the heart, and in order to do that you got to let go and just trust that the preparation that you've done has like put you in a position to be able to respond the right way in the moment. So I'm not saying wing the whole thing.
Right.
It's okay to have some foundational ideas that you build on. But I will admit there have been times where I practiced, something and I have a riff or a lick and it's like, ooh, this would be great to work in, at this point of the song. And you do it in the moment and it doesn't work. And it's because even though it might be musically correct, it's not the right thing to play for the moment.
Not the right time. I get it.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. So what tells you that a performance is really connecting to your audience?
Just reading the room, sort of. It helps when you have an audience that's more vocal, when they're clapping or when you can kind of see them swing or, even standing up if they want to. That definitely helps. So I always appreciate an audience that is vocal. Sometimes you run into listeners that are more like in their head.
Yeah.
Like they're so deep into the song, they're enjoying it, but you can't tell it.
You can't tell it. Yeah. That's that poker face stuff.
And that's okay. Because I found it only takes a few people who are vocal to encourage you. So, and I think the other thing is you have to have enough belief in your performance and conviction with it that if you're not getting that, you're still okay to move forward. Like you can't be completely dependent on that feedback to, power your performance.
Yeah. What do you hope your audience feels when they leave one of your shows?
Uplifted.
Yeah, that's good. If your music outlives you, what do you hope it would say? Or what do you hope it would say?
I hope that it'll make them feel loved. Most importantly, the love of above, the love from up above, from God. And I think my music really has three objectives: relaxation, inspiration, and transformation. So it's like three different levels that you could tap into based on like wherever you're at. The relaxation is, it should make you feel at ease. It should be comforting. Inspiration, it should move you to hopefully want to walk in your purpose.
Yeah.
And be all that you can be. And that's particularly why in the shows, like you started off with my live clip doing retrograde motion, I try to integrate talking so that people don't have to guess what the inspiration behind the music is. Like I'm telling you in an artistic way. But the highest level is transformation, which is taking that inspiration to a next level and connecting it with Jesus Christ. So you asked about, what do I hope they take away from it? I hope ultimately above the relaxation and inspiration, they take away that transformational power that's in the music through the Holy Spirit, because ultimately, I feel like only what you do for Christ will last.
Yes.
And, like, that's what I want to, that's really the legacy I want to leave behind with the music, that is available to them.
Yeah. Yeah, like even with me, like even in radio, you have like no idea who's in the audience. You have no idea who's on the stream. You have no idea what people are like dealing with or going
Hmm.
through. So, like your songs or something that we say, even in this show, could encourage somebody. Maybe somebody's dealing with bereavement. Maybe I don't know. I mean, you just don't know. But I understand what you're saying. So you just go forth and trust that the Spirit of the Lord will give them exactly what they need, and that's beautiful, and that's what it's all about.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yes. All right. Well, we are less than 10 minutes out. I want to definitely give a few shout outs. I'll definitely, my girl Sabrina Taylor is here hanging out with you. You know who Sabrina Taylor is? You know, indie artist worldwide. Sabrina Taylor is indicated. Sabrina Taylor, she is hanging out. You all check her out. She's back 2026. She does phenomenal interviews too. And I'm over there always trying to steal some of her interview questions. So good to see you, Sabrina. Keith Gilchrist. Oh my goodness. Keith has been in the hospital and I know he's been having some health challenges. So it's good to see him on the stream. Good to see you, Keith, and we're praying for you. Let me see. Let me get a few others. My mom, Shirley MBC, is on here. Amy Worth. Hey, Amy. Florida Stan is over there on Twitch hanging out with us. Tina Wilson and her sister Bonnie Wilson. Hey, the sisters are in the house. Um, Auntie Ada Foster, hey, out in Kansas. Miss Gerald, hey. Auntie Angie Howard is hanging out with us. Hey, Auntie Angie. Lisa Boykins is here. Hey. Soon, Dr. Boykins, soon. Let's see. Marilyn Floyd out there in Arizona. Hey, Marilyn, it's good to see you. Pastor Charles Neal. Hey, Pastor Neal, good to see you as well. I think Pastor Neal's going to be in one of my shows soon. Lady Jackson, Linda Jackson from Mount Joy. Hey, Linda, Lady Jackson. Let me see. Charlene, the stamp keeper. Charlene collects African American stamps. She's on here hanging out with us. Oh my goodness. Chan Hall, of course, our maestro on the piano is here hanging out with us. Let me see. Got a lot of people making comments. Let's see here. Brian Barzy from the Boogie Down Bronx. I got him. All right. And so we do have some people in the Lurk Lounge as well. We want to thank you so much for hanging out with us. But if you don't leave me a comment, I don't know who you are. So those are the people that are commenting. So in our last few minutes, Tony, I wanted to give you, I wanted to just be quiet and give you the opportunity. If you have some final important things that I might have missed that you want to let the audience know, you're welcome to do that now. And any final remarks that you want to do, I'm going to leave it to you. You can go ahead and do that now.
No, thank you so much. Well, thank you again for having me on. It's such a pleasure to
Absolutely
back here and connect with your audience. Thank you if you're still watching for tuning in. And I guess one thing I wanted to mention, I saw that a lot of the comments were coming in from Facebook. I'm actually not on Facebook right now. So for those of you on Facebook, the best way to connect with me on social media is actually to swing over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Feel free to follow me on YouTube or on Instagram. Those are the two platforms I'm really on right now. So I wanted to make sure I noted that for the Facebook audience. Second, as far as like what's coming next for me, I have some music in the pipeline that I've already recorded and I'm just waiting for the right time to put it out. So some of it actually is our vocal songs that I've co-written.
nice.
During the pandemic, I got into songwriting, lyrical songwriting, and I have some of that music that'll be on the way at some point. And How Great, I'll say, is a reflection of probably some of the more music to come. I love hymns and I expect to put some more of those out. So
Yes.
just want to put some fillers out for what's coming down the line. Also, for those tuning in, my website is right there, TonyCraddockJr.com. If you scroll to the bottom of the homepage, there's a tab where you can sign up for my email list. So following me on social media is great. Joining the email list is even better. I can connect with you even more directly. So feel free to do that. And I guess lastly, I just want to commend you, Dr. Cat, on keeping Friday Night Live going because I know this started back in the pandemic 2020,
Mm-hmm. It
and
actually did, yeah.
when everything kind of reopened, it would have been very easy to stop doing this, and you kept it going, and you continue to be a platform to inspire and to inform, and that's exactly what we need during these times. So thank you for keeping this platform going, for continuing to support independent artists, and for just staying true to your mission.
Thank you so much. I need the encouragement too, believe it or not. Thank you so much for those kind words. All right, y'all, we're getting out of here, and we did it on time. We're not late on the first show. Next week, we have phenomenal singer Keith Eatman in the house. So if you all are not busy, please come back and hang out with him and I. It's going to be another phenomenal show. All right, Tony, we love you. Tell your wife we said, hey, I wish she could have came on with us. Next time she's coming on the air with us.
Okay, I'll give it a heads up.
Okay. But thank you so much for giving of your time. Best wishes on your future projects, and especially this new one out here. How great. I pray that it reaches the houses that it needs to and encourage those that need it. And when time permits, you have got to come back and hang out with me again on the show. This was so much fun. You've been away too long. Don't be away too long again.
Whenever you have me back, I'm here. So,
all right. All right. Y'all heard it. All right. Y'all heard it. All right. Okay. So Tony. All right. So we're out of here. Y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Friday. All right.
Take care.
All right.